Welcome back to Motherhood Unsaid. Today, we're talking about postpartum depression. Not just the definition, not just the symptoms, but the lived experience. The parts we whisper, the parts we hide, the parts that make us wonder if something is wrong with us. Before we begin, this episode shares personal experiences and is not medical advice. If you're experiencing persistent sadness, intrusive thoughts, or thoughts of harming yourself or your baby, please seek professional help. Now let's talk about the parts that no one prepares us for. Actually, first, let's reintroduce our other sister-in-law who hasn't been able to be here. Megan, if you want to jump in.
Yeah, hi guys. I haven't been here for a couple of the episodes. My son is now 1 month and doing really well. We're struggling feeding a little bit, but we're surviving. Yeah, the last couple weeks have been crazy.
Yeah,
Very
sure.
tired. Very tired. But everybody's figuring it out and we're in a good groove now.
And you have two, right?
Yes. My first son he's adapting well. I'm very proud of him. He's a very good helper. Um, he is almost 2 in April. And then we got this little guy. So we're figuring it all out.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to touch base on how the second delivery went, or even the first, or anything that you want to touch base on before we jump into the postpartum?
Yeah. So I'll talk quick about the first birth. I did the Foley bulb and it was super painful. Got the epidural and had a smooth delivery with my first son. There was a little birth trauma in that, which caused postpartum depression for me. Having my placenta ripped out of me and then hemorrhaging was a little scary, and which kind of triggered me. And then with my second birth, it was, I think, the pregnancy that's caused a little sadness just because uh, we had a loss before our first son. And then I was pregnant with twins with this pregnancy. And then just seeing him being delivered, it brought a little sadness, thinking, there was supposed to be 2. But we are adjusting well, and just a little bit of postpartum blues right now, but we're doing okay. The delivery was good. Everything was quick this time around. I delivered him in 3 minutes. It was super quick. And the labor was pretty much painless with the epidural. So it was a good labor, hard pregnancy this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
No, me either.
Yeah, but
and having to deal with having a first baby too, while you're in the hospital, it just sounds like so much. So
Yeah.
we're glad you're here with us today, though.
yeah.
And I feel okay. So let's jump into the postpartum part of it all. I'll start with something simple, or I don't know if that's the right word, but when did you guys first realize something didn't feel right?
Do you want to start or do you want me to go?
You could go.
Okay. When I got home, I was, on the drive home, I was in tears and I was thinking, this is like a hormonal shift. Um, all your hormones are out of whack right now, like you're fine. That's when Brenda, your mom, had to literally help me up the driveway because I could barely walk up the driveway. I was in tears. I didn't know what emotion I was feeling. And I think that's what started because I was happy, but I was also sad. So I was so confused with like why I was crying. And then the nights were when like my mind was racing like crazy and I was having intrusive thoughts to where like it was scary and I didn't even want to share with my husband like the things that were going through my head. So it was scary for me because I couldn't control like my thoughts. Like and that was the point where I was like, okay, I need help because this is
Yeah.
not normal.
Yeah, I had the same thing happened to me, and I didn't share that with my husband until my therapist told me I should, and
Mhm.
I didn't share it with him until like 4 or 5 months out, and it like literally like ripped me apart doing that because I literally couldn't even tell him. I was just like hysterically crying. And, like, I was like that for, like, an hour. It was, like, a lot. And then afterwards, like, I did feel, like, some relief about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, it started, like, right away, like, the crying, the sadness, the loneliness, the
Yeah.
intrusive thoughts, thoughts
Yeah.
about harming yourself.
A lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was hard sharing with my husband because I was like, I can't even say this out loud. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this right now. Like, but it's something that is going through your mind and it feels like you have no control over what you're saying or what you're thinking. And I've noticed this time around, I'm having like angry, like I'm not angry, but I don't know, I'm angry at things that I shouldn't be angry about.
Yeah. You just
Um,
get it's just sudden, like,
yeah,
irritability. Like, you're just so mad.
yeah. And that's what I'm kind of dealing with right now. That and anxiety. The intrusive thoughts really haven't been there. But I talked with the nurses and they said, there's a chance that it can come back this time around.
Yeah,
And
we're, like, mostly or we're, like, prone to it again, like, the
yeah,
second
so
time.
just be aware of the signs and reach out when you need help. So
Yeah, I'd say, like, 10 months of therapy, like, I'm surprised I'm talking about it right now, but I think, like, because I was, like, silent about it, um, because you don't wanna, like, admit that kinda stuff because it makes it real.
right.
Mhm. Yeah, and
So
I think it's important, that we talk about this stuff because when people say postpartum depression, right, they think like, "Oh, you're sad. Like, you're crying all the time. You're sad. You're so sad." But, like, it is not always tears. It's not always tears. There's a lot of other playing parts that can play into it, the irritability, the anxiety, intrusive thoughts, nightmares, all the things. So,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys are able to talk about it. So did crying ever feel overwhelming for your body, like, in your body? Did it like, how did the crying affect you guys?
well, for me, like, I would just get triggered also, so it'd be just crying for, like, no reason, like, you're just crying.
Mhm,
And then it's also, like, the triggering parts of, like, you're just always thinking about, like, things that happened to you, like, things that happened to me during my pregnancy or during labor or, like, afterwards, and it's just, like, the thoughts are always there, and it's just, like, replaying, so, like, my therapist is like, "You have, like, PTSD about this stuff," but it'd be like him crying, and every time the baby cried, I just got so overstimulated, like in seconds, which made me want to harm myself. And then, like in the beginning, like made me want to harm him. So it was just like super hard, um, especially like during those first few months,
Mhm.
um, until like they gradually like decreased. But I was still like getting pretty overstimulated like every time he cried. So and then it made me cry.
Yeah.
And then you feel like guilty about it.
Mm.
Mhm.
I had the same experience, Brenda. It like um the first few months were exactly like that for me, and the crying did not help me. It was kind of just like wasted tears because it didn't relieve me at all. Usually crying helps me, but in that moment it was just like I need to not run away, but I need to like leave the room
Mhm.
because I cannot handle like my first son, he didn't cry a lot. The crying wasn't the triggering, it was the intrusive thoughts that would trigger me at night when my husband wasn't home, when
Mhm.
he was at work for 3 days, and I was just in a silent house with him, and then just the triggering thoughts, like I would like beg my thoughts not to like go there. Like my brain, like I was like, please don't go there. Like it was like a really slippery slope for me. Um, during the nights were definitely the hardest for me. And I would like have to call my sister and like say like I'm not doing good. Like you need to come over right now and spend the night with me because I'm scared. And
Mhm.
she's like, I don't understand. Like, why are you scared? Like, and she's young. She doesn't understand at all. But I was like, just I'm not doing good mentally. Like, just be here with me because having someone here is like very helpful, even if you're
Mhm.
just sitting there. Um, but yeah, the crying wasn't really helpful at all.
Um, so basically you guys felt like your nervous systems were on fire, like
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
uncontrollable, right? And I think too it's important to talk about like how intrusive thoughts don't always go away. Um, I feel like we like even having a 3-year-old, I have intrusive thoughts every single day. Like and they might not necessarily be like what you guys experienced or like to that extent, but the the intrusive thoughts that go through my head even just on a daily walk with my son are like insane, and I think
Yeah.
people don't talk about that, so we feel almost like we're going crazy, and we're like for me at least, I'm like, I have a 3-year-old, like why am I feeling this way, like, or why am I thinking these thoughts, and I think it's so important to talk about too, like that we I feel like we people put a label on us, right? Like, oh, you have postpartum depression. But I think as mothers, like it's normal for our brains to have certain thoughts because obviously we care and we worry and we have anxiety,
Mhm.
and those things don't always like just go away. So if your child's older and you're still feeling that, like just know it's okay. Um but did either of you guys miss who you were before like having kids because of the postpartum, or even not because of it, just because?
Yeah, definitely. There was like a moment, I think it was just like a few months back, like you just don't know like who you are anymore.
Mhm.
And there was like a little moment, like we're like in my son's room, and like I found like a microphone and we were like, me and my husband were just like singing a song. And like for a moment, I felt like a little bit like myself again. And then like I was like feeding my son like in the room, just quiet and dark. And I was just crying like over it. And I was like, I don't even know why I'm crying. But like you do like lose that part of yourself. And like my therapist was just saying, like, it takes about like a year for you to like actually start like feeling like yourself or like, your new self, but like you're there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like regaining your pink, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
How about you, Meg?
Um, I kind of had an experience like that too. The other day, me and my husband went outside and we were with the boys, and we had just gone on a walk. And he picked up the football and he was like, "You want to play catch?" And we like always played catch all the time, and it's been so long. And we started playing catch, and then my first son was like, "Me, me, me!" Like, I want to throw it, and like, he was trying to throw it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And he said, like, "Me and mommy used to do this all the time," and then we just went down like memory lane, and it was a really sweet moment. It did make me a little sad, but I am also super grateful for where I am right now, because I've literally been praying for a family like this for a really long time. But I don't want to downplay like the emotions of like, yeah, you used to have this life before, and now like it's completely different, but it's
Mm-hmm.
different in a good way. And
Yeah,
that person you were before, like, is still there.
yeah. Well, and I think that's super important too, like that realizing that grief and gratitude can exist together. And I think we're not told that. I think people expect us to always just be grateful for what we're going through, but um I mean, we have other feelings too, right? So I think it's okay for both of those things to exist together. Like I mean, for me, I miss the sleep I used to get. I
Oh yeah.
miss like I used to think that I needed a cup of coffee until I had a kid. And then now it's like coffee is my survival. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Um so I think like yeah, definitely that. And then yeah, obviously just like being able to pick up and go, but like whenever and not have to worry about like schedules and like all those things. And also just like working. I miss working. I miss having that outside like communication, not just about play dates and library visits and all the things. So um yeah, that's what I miss from before. But like you said, Megan, like I am so grateful for it where I am now. I couldn't imagine like it being any different than it is now. But I think it does take time to get there. Like I think both of you guys right now are like in the depths of it, right? So it might be hard to like see past it all, but um like for me, I mean, I definitely feel like I'm on the up now. Like the
Yeah.
the baby phase is kind of gone for me, and now things are getting a lot easier to just kind of like do what we need to do because we have a 3-year-old. So um but I think it's important to talk about that too, like getting your pink back and like feeling like yourself again, but not even yourself, because I don't feel like anybody's ever themselves after
Yeah.
having a baby. Like you're a new
You're
person,
Mm-hmm.
you're
mhm.
completely changed. Like my thoughts, like I don't even know how I used to think, honestly. Like
Right?
I
It's like
don't
you forget.
yeah, like I don't even know who that person was. Like honestly, I
Right.
don't know, because I just feel like I'm completely changed from like every piece of my body and like in my brain, that I'm not even that person anymore. And honestly, I'm grateful for it. Like I love where I'm at today. But it is very hard to get to this place, and it's hard to feel like you're just only mother, right? So, um, but it's normal. It's normal. That's what we all go through, like, and it takes time. Everything takes time.
Yeah, it definitely, I didn't feel back to normal until I stopped breastfeeding my first son
Mhm,
while I was pregnant because all those hormones like went away. And then I finally started to feel like alive again. I wasn't
mhm.
getting the life sucked out of me. And and I literally felt so good and I was like, "Oh, I'm back. I'm back. But oh my god, I'm pregnant and I'm going to have a baby in a couple months." So, it's when you feel back to yourself, I guess, is so different for everybody else. It's like
Mhm.
so random. Like any time within the first year, it's like for postpartum, the first time I had it for 4 months, and then I started to feel normal again.
Mhm.
But it's not like that for everybody else. Like it can go longer. Like untreated, I was reading, can go through years. So it's it's definitely random.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I didn't feel like back to my normal self, like fully, like even my body feeling back to itself until about 2 years.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely like it's different for everybody, and I think that once you feel that, like I feel like Bree, you kind of like felt that, when you were playing the song or whatever on the microphone.
Mhm.
So I feel like you're
Hmm.
getting like bits of it, and I feel like eventually you will get to that point of like feeling, but you're still in the depths of it. You're 10 months, man. It's
Yeah.
still early stages. So
Yeah.
just know, like, we get it. But I kind of want to talk about like the comparison trap. Did social media make having postpartum harder for you guys? Well, I kind of feel like
But
we've had conversations though where you're like everybody makes it look so easy on Instagram,
Hmm.
yeah.
right? So I think that's kind of like I think that's kind of what that means. Like, because I feel like we've had those conversations.
Yeah. I think I just feel like people just going around like with their kids and everything, like they make it look easy. It's like what?
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Yeah. I feel the same way. Like I would watch this YouTuber to keep my mind off of like the intrusive thoughts the first time, and I would like play her videos all the time, and she had 3 boys, and she would keep it real. She's like, "I'm having a mental breakdown right now." And but it still looked so easy for her. And I was like, "Oh, I really hope I get to the point where like I can joke around about like falling apart because it is really hard and people do make it look easy online, but I know 100% they're feeling the same way as like all of us are. So
Mm-hmm.
I wish people were more like truthful about it. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I think.
I remember you did send me a video and like the girl was like all dressed up, makeup and like party dress on and like she's like going out the door with her baby. I'm like, okay.
yeah.
And I mean, honestly, some moms do it, but I think that I think here's the thing. I think we compare our survival mode to someone else's highlight reel, right? So, like, they might be having a terrible week and then have one good hour and post from that one good hour. And
Right.
we're comparing our one bad day to their one good hour, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely social media is terrible, but it obviously consumes our brains, right? So,
Mhm.
um, I think there's good to it. But I feel like we should be more truthful on social media. And I feel like a lot of people should talk about the hard and talk about the shower cries, and the 2 a.m. Google searches and
Mm-hmm.
the being up and crying with your baby. Like all of those things we don't hear about, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes us feel like we're not normal, but all of the things we experience are normal to some extent.
Yes.
Um, all right. Well, this is going to be a hard topic, but let's talk about going back to work.
Yeah, I start next week. Not looking forward to it. I'm trying to not to think about it because I feel like I'm gonna have like a breakdown. So I'm just pretending like it's not happening.
Yeah.
um, but we'll see what happens. I have like a conversation, I have like a meeting with my manager tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. But um, yeah, like truthfully, it feels like I don't know. I'm gonna cry. Like I'm gonna like just like abandoning him.
You're not
I
abandoning him.
seriously just don't want to go.
And that's okay. You shouldn't have to. Like, our system is so messed up, and it's so upsetting that you're having to deal with this at 10 months. Like, and some
Yeah.
people have to deal with it earlier, and it's terrible. And it's okay to feel the way that you're feeling. But just know you are doing the best you can for him and for your family. It's not fair.
Yes. No, not
Like,
at all.
none of it is fair. And I think some moms see the other side of it, right? So, like, some people can't wait to get back to work, which I don't know. But I feel like I feel like there's no right choice, right? So everybody
Mm-hmm.
experiences their own what is going to be best for them. And like obviously for you, Brie, like that's not the best choice for you, but it's something you have to do. And that's just the world we live in. So it's really hard and it's not fair and you're still going through everything. So,
Yeah. And mom guilt is definitely super hard to get over. Um, that hump of mom guilt. Um, in any situation when you're a mom, it's
yeah.
when something else needs your attention and you want to give it, like, give your all to your family. It's just it kills you inside. And a lot of people are suffering with like the mom guilt every single day. So
Mhm.
you're not alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to touch on that or you want to skip that part?
Um, no, I haven't really thought about it much.
Yeah. And that's okay. Do it when you can and when you have to, right? So,
Yep.
um, just know we sit with you on this, and we don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
Um,
If I had the choice, I'd give up my career, or I would have found a different career that would like have me do online stuff.
well,
Yeah.
and two, before you had him, like, you didn't think you would experience this, right? Like, you didn't think that you would not want to go back to work, right?
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I just always thought like, yeah, have a career, and then like once you have kids, like stay home. But it's not like reality.
Right. Yeah, it's not reality for everybody. And um, I think that a lot of people don't talk about how hard it is to go back to work after having a baby. Like, you hear about it a little bit, but like, people are just like, oh, I have to go back to work today. Like, but I think that it obviously takes a huge toll on you. And it's just not right. And I don't think people talk about it because they want to downplay it so that people do just go back to work. But yeah, it's just not fair. Um,
Yeah.
but um, So another question that I have for you guys, did you guys ever feel numb?
Like
Mm.
disconnected.
Yeah, like at any parts, or when did you start feeling that way?
Um, Probably like right away. Um, I don't know, just like you just feel like just disconnected from everything.
So that happened for
Mhm.
you like in the hospital, right?
Yeah. Yeah, in the
Okay.
hospital, like right away.
And then did that ever go away for you? Are you still
Just
experiencing
like
that?
barely, um, probably like past week or two, um, starting like to feel a little bit more connected and like less numb to things. But it's like still like really hard.
Mm-hmm. Um, okay. So did you ever feel that way, Meg, or no?
I wouldn't say I felt numb, but when my husband went to work, those 3 days were a lot of isolation, not going anywhere, um, not talking to anybody, just kind of doing the same thing every day, which was not good for me the first four
Mm-hmm.
months. Um, it was suggested to me to stay home for 3 months and not go out anywhere because of, just, you could get in a car crash or you could, you know, um, your baby could get sick or, there's dangers out there. Stay home, stay home. So that really, I think brought it on too. Uh,
Yeah.
but numbness, no, isolation, and yes. So,
Yeah.
but that quickly resolved once, we started going out more, going to the grocery stores, not door dashing everything or Instacarting stuff, interacting with the world again, was so good for me. Um,
It wasn't good for me.
yeah, that that part was like, and not like I was unmotivated to do really anything, before I wanted to like do all these house projects and everything. And then just a hard stop, once I gave birth, I was like, nope, I'm not doing anything. I don't have the energy. I can't. Like, I said a lot of I can'ts. And I think that like ruined me. So now this time around, I am saying I can all day long. I
Yeah.
can do this. I can get them to bed. I can sleep. I will sleep again,
Mm-hmm.
things like that, staying positive because uh, it definitely eats at you. Um, so just trying to stay positive every single day. Whether it's one thing, two things, three things, find something to be positive about if you can.
Yeah, and I think
So
that's like
that
super
helped me.
important too, like telling yourself you can, because I still do that with a 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old. Like dinner can be really, really hard sometimes, and the
Hmm.
mess afterwards, and then the bath, and then getting to bed and trying to stay on schedule and all the things. Like I sometimes have to like just take a deep breath and tell myself I can do this and it will be easy. And by the time he's asleep, I will feel much better and I'll be able to go spend some time with my husband. And I just have to remind myself, like,
Yes.
I can. I can.
Yes. You
And
can. You will shower again.
yeah, yes, you will sleep again. You
You
will
will.
sleep again.
Yes. You will have me time. You will have you
Yes.
and husband time again.
Yes.
But yeah,
All
every
of the
stage of
things.
childhood, yeah,
Yeah.
brings
And I think,
difficulties. So.
yes. And I think people don't talk about that. Like, we're all in such different like spots in our lives and like spots in our timelines with our children and like all the things. So sometimes like it's easy to compare, right? And then you're like, man, I can't wait until I can do that. And it's like, just, it will happen. So like, don't compare because, you'll be there eventually, right? So, but another thing too is like you mentioned going out gave you life. And it's so funny because it's like the opposite for me. Going out gave me such anxiety. Like my like
Yeah,
home was my safe place for me.
me too. That was me.
Yeah, like going out, the anxiety that I would get, the germ anxiety that I would get. I don't know if it's because I had a COVID baby or what, but oh my gosh, I would literally be stressed for like 3 to 4 days after an outing just because I'm like, oh, he touched something, he's gonna be sick. So I would be like stressed about anxiety, like from things like that. And then just being around people who are coughing or sneezing and all the things.
Yeah.
And the driving was hard for me. Like I was
Ugh.
so concerned that something was going to happen to us. I still have like very bad intrusive thoughts about things like that. Um, but yeah, so yeah, it's definitely different for everybody. And I think you have to kind of
Yeah,
find like what works for you. I'm a homebody. I'm happy to be home. It's my safe
Me
spot.
too.
But I do also like going out now. I'm finally like at a place where I enjoy our daily outings. Um, but
yeah, you guys enjoy like the camping and stuff like that. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like
yeah,
not
yeah,
I don't like going to Costco. That gives me
yeah.
anxiety.
I only like Costco when
Costco
it's
ruins me.
Dude.
I only like Costco during
When I'm
holiday
saying,
season.
oh yeah. Oh, all the blowups and everything. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm talking about like it gave me life, like seeing my family. Right now I'm in a tough spot. Like I think I'm really sad right now because I literally have not seen any of my family. No one has came over because everybody has been sick. So it's been so hard not seeing literally my dad. Like I haven't seen my dad. I haven't seen any of my aunts and my sisters. Like I haven't seen anybody. So we're
Yeah.
like sitting at home, just like, "Ugh, I hope everybody gets better so everybody can come over." And even then, like, I freaking out about the whole germ thing too. It's so hard having a baby right now during like
Yeah.
the flu season. It's like, I don't want you over because I don't, how am I supposed to trust you that you haven't been sick or
Mm-hmm.
around
No.
anybody that's been sick?
And you
And
can't.
then I have like the mom guilt, like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna have them over just so they can see the baby. Like, how horrible is that? No, like, I don't want to do that. And it's
Right.
so hard to say no to people, but um, you have to like protect your children at all costs.
Hmm.
Um, but when you're healthy, come on over. Like, we'd love to see you. But right now, stay away.
Yeah, and it's funny because we actually like told you guys we're like, sorry guys, we're not coming because we're just too worried about it because we understand it. Like we have that health
Yeah,
anxiety and like I don't know, like my husband goes to work every day. I'm like concerned, like, okay, well, what if Joe freaking sneezed and had flu A and then he comes home and brings it and we don't know yet, and then we go to your house, see the baby, and then he
right.
gets symptoms an hour after we leave your house. Like,
Yeah,
I
and
literally can't,
it's so horrible.
those thoughts are so
Yeah,
crazy to me. Like, how are we
but
supposed to
I totally
function?
appreciate that.
It's so sad though, but it's like, how are we supposed to function, honestly? Because we can't, like, it's like you can't live your life like that, right? But at the same time, it's like we're at this like point in our life where it's like we have to protect these little innocent lives, right? So
Yes.
I don't
Yep.
know. It's just like such a slippery slope, like of knowing what's right from wrong and what's good for you and what's good for somebody else and what all the things. So I think that's a whole
Yeah.
nother part of like motherhood too, is like we're constantly walking on eggshells, like around what's right for our family, what's right for somebody else's family, and also just like what's right in general, like, and the unknown. Like, just you don't
Mhm.
know if like walking down the street you're gonna meet a neighbor that's sick. like run into a neighbor that's sick and
Right.
then your kid's sick, like so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, kind of ran off topic, but yeah, I think it's just you have to find what's gonna give you that like sensation of being happy again. And just getting on the other side of it, which for everybody it's so different. But is there anything else that you guys like want to touch on like postpartum and like really get deep into it, or anything that you guys experienced that you guys want to talk about? Um, maybe that we didn't touch on.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
I can't think right now.
That's
I
okay.
think we should talk next time about like what helps.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. Like
because I didn't take medication at all because I didn't want to do that. I'm like super anti medication, but um, like the walking, the writing it down, talking about it, things like that. I think we should talk about that because that might help a lot of people that are going through
Hmm.
the same thing.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Um, okay, so are you sure there's nothing else, Brie? Um, if not, I'll just go ahead and move on. So we'll kind of close for this session. If someone is listening right now, thinking I don't feel like myself, what would you guys tell her?
well, for me right now, um, I would say I still don't feel like myself.
Hmm.
I don't really have like any advice on that.
Yeah, that's okay. I think that is advice. Like you're 10 months in and you
Yeah.
still aren't ready to give advice in that sense. Like, and I think that's okay. I think that makes people feel normal in the sense of if they're still going through it at 10 months or however long.
Yeah.
I would say the feelings that you're feeling are real and they're not fake, and to reach out when you feel like things aren't right because it can get really tricky and you can only control, the controllables. And there's other people out there that can help and that are going through the same thing. And you don't have to sit there and think you're crazy because you're not, and find an outlet and try to stay positive and find a support system for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning the rest right now. So,
I think we all are, and I think we will all be learning for the rest of our lives, and we'll never really have the right
yes.
answers. But I think it's good to know that you're not alone in it, and that we all have something going on one way or another. Um,
Mhm.
but you're not broken. You're just overwhelmed and probably under supported. Um, and you're not dramatic. You're not weak. And you are not a bad mom. That is one thing that I want everybody listening to tell themselves every night, no matter how hard your day was. Um, Struggling does not cancel your love. So you're not a bad mom. Um, Also, I want to share with you guys something that somebody said to me at church on Sunday. They, my son right now is like in between nursery and Sunday school. He's like aging out of nursery, so there's a lot of babies in there and stuff. So I just kept him with me, and it was kind of a lot. We didn't go on our like normal walk before, and he just had like a lot of energy, which was fine. But afterwards, one of the sweet ladies behind us, she like tapped on my shoulder and she was like, "Can I just tell you something?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." And she was like, "Your patience today is planting seeds that will bloom for a lifetime." And
Oh,
I don't know, I just like when she said it, I was like, "Oh, thank you." Like I didn't really think about what she was saying. And then later when we were driving home, I was like, that was really sweet of her to say to me. Like, I feel like she could have just looked at me and thought like, oh, this lady, like her kid. But she took the time to like just reassure me that like what I was going through, even though he was just being like, I was like, sit down, sit down, sit down, but her seeing that, and like her seeing that I may have been like a little, I don't want to say embarrassed, but kind of embarrassed just because I had to keep repeating myself. She made me feel so reassured and like, I don't know, safe in that space, right? Um, so I wrote a little something that I want to share, kind of like it could go for postpartum. Patience during this season is often slower, shakier, and harder one. Um, it may look like stepping away for a minute. It may look like asking for help. It may look like surviving the day without yelling, and that still counts. Planting seeds doesn't mean being perfectly calm. It means choosing connection more often than not, even when you're exhausted, hormonal, touched out, and overwhelmed. You may feel like you're barely holding it together, but every small regulated moment you offer your baby and your toddler is shaping their nervous system and their sense of worth. Even on the days you just survive, you're still planting something good. And I think that's super important for us to remember going through every day and all the feelings that we feel, postpartum, not postpartum, whatever we're going through as mothers. Like, you know, like we're literally growing humans, and one bad hour isn't going to affect them. So just keep planting those seeds and being the mom that you are. We're all good moms, some of us have harder times, and we'll get through it. Like, and our children will remember this. But motherhood is sacred, motherhood is heavy, and both can be true. And this is Motherhood Unsaid. So we'll touch base next week at some point, and I'm not sure what our topic will be, but I think that's a good point that Meg said, to talk about all the things that helped us get us through or are helping us get us through right now. So we'll see you guys next week.
Okay. Good.
Okay. All right,
Bye.
bye.
Yeah, that was good.